Hello, welcome to episode 55 of the InGeneral podcast. My name's Jack and I'm joined with Ryan. Hey, dude.
Hello.
And I'm also joined with Assis. How you doing, bud?
Bonjour, nose.
Alright.
So, I can say these cool words too. It's okay.
That was just unexpected.
Yeah.
I'm kind of French.
French Canadian though. You can speak French, right?
I can speak French if it was like at a D+ average in high school. So yes, I can speak French.
Because obviously there's no Canada like French Canada.
Especially in Ottawa, man. Ottawa's a French first country, or French first city.
You speak French when you've been drinking. I have video.
Oh, don't be showing that to the world, man.
That's all in the OneDrive.
You like put the Crown Royal on your shoulder and you just start going. I don't even know what you were saying, but
I was talking about le jambon, which is I think it's some sort of bacon or beef or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about the Jurassic World here, boys.
No, I don't want to talk about that. So let's talk about just before we go into Mattel and all the toy line stuff. Let's talk about the rap party in London, or the so-called sort of rap party.
Yeah, we got called out by BD Wong. That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
I think he seems to really be the only one who didn't rap, though.
Chris Pratt and like Bryce Dallas Howard are still filming, I guess, right?
They were doing some stuff.
Yeah. It's just weird because everybody else, Bryce, Daniela, everybody said, "Oh, rap," and then he was like, I think he got retweeted the Outpost, and then what was his line?
It's like sort of, but whatever.
Sort of, but whatever.
Something really passive aggressive.
He's such a sassy. He's such a sassy dude.
I love that about him though.
He's full of sass.
Cool.
I mean, I've gotten some. So I've tweeted him a few times, and he's actually really good at responding to people, and he's really good with the fan base. But man, he'll come at you sometimes, and you just gotta take it for as it is. I mean, it's BD, and but yeah, he put us in our place. He let us know.
But we didn't do anything wrong. We were just doing our job, you know. We're doing a good job.
Yeah. We don't get official information. We're trying our best to report things. So it's more because everybody put rap party. Oh, somehow we got it wrong. I don't know. But it was cool. So they had a Jurassic World 2 logo up. Obviously, it's not the name of the movie, but they had the nice slashes up there. So
yeah, it was cool to see, though. I mean, it was...
Yeah, really cool.
I mean, even though I think we all know that it wasn't, like, maybe the official logo, but still, when I saw it, I was like, I mean, on a big screen, of a photo taken off of a phone, in the lowest kind of definition, it was still cool to see... I don't know. I mean, I kind of got a little hyped when I saw that. I wouldn't mind it.
No, definitely.
Yo, shout out to Jurassic Park 3, though. Those slashes, eh?
Oh, I wonder if they're the exact ones.
Oh, they are,
the
my friend. I checked.
They are, yeah?
Did you line them up?
I didn't line them up, but, I eyeballed it quickly with my bad eyes, so looks okay.
I checked. What do you mean? Well, I eyeballed it.
I
had a look.
The font is right?
Yeah, Aziz is a font expert now.
Only when it comes to the slashing. The slash font, A+, boys. Congratulations.
The slashes are right. No, you're right. It's great to see that up on screen. It makes it even more official, even though we know it's filming, we have pictures, blah, blah, blah. Just seeing that makes it, I don't know, makes it official.
And the space they were in, too. I mean, what the hell was that escalator going up to what seemed like it was trippy, man. It was like everything was, first it was
UK's
red.
a fancy place, man.
I mean, they were in the Natural History Museum.
That's right, but I mean, still, like the design of what they were partying in, there was like that deep red, lighted amber or look around the entire place. Then the escalator went into like what seemed like a giant ass flower or something. I mean, it was really cool space, but I was jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know where in the Natural History Museum they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been there a couple of times. That's a really cool... it's like a globe that they kind of go into, right?
I guess. It's a VIP section.
Yeah, it was a sphere of some kind.
Yeah. Cool pictures, though. So there was pictures on Instagram. Nobody was shy of sharing the fact that it was a party, that it was a sort of rap party. And then we started to learn that people had been shown footage from the movie.
Yeah. This is where the controversy comes in, doesn't it?
Chris had found
most controversial rap party.
That Instagram post of somebody who had said, oh, I'm at the wrap party and I saw footage and it looks amazing, or it's something along those lines. Or did he call it a trailer? How did we first...
Well, there was a couple of people who said it was a trailer. Daniela herself said it... I'm not sure if she said she saw a teaser trailer, but...
She said she saw footage.
She said she saw footage, yeah.
She said trailer soon, though, on the Twitter thing. We'll get to that later, Twitter thing.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, so there was a big rap party, blah, blah, blah. They showed footage. They showed, obviously, what we're going to assume is rushes from the movie that have been quickly graded and maybe spliced together with perhaps some pre-visualization of visual effects. Maybe even some early visual effects that kind of blends with the scenes. You never know. Everything's very fast-moving on a movie like this, so they'd have something to show, but it's certainly nowhere near final. It would probably just be a very rough, thrown-together thing, purely for that rap party. And obviously, the way films works, at the end of each day, usually, the producers will show the studio
dailies.
See,
I know keywords, boys. I know keywords.
It's a keyword. He's right with the keywords there. So that's probably what they saw, which is really exciting, man. Imagine working on the movie and and then actually getting to see some of the film come together.
Oh man, if only we. I mean, and the thing is, as you talked about, however much previs might have been involved or what they couldn't have seen, I'm sure they saw what I'm assuming is a lot of maybe practical effects shown on the big screen too. And again, we'll get to this, but I mean, we heard that the footage was just incredible and massive too, just from what they saw. So if it wasn't a trailer and it was just preliminary stuff, I mean, that's hype. That's hype alone.
Oh, dude, you know for a fact they saw the legend himself on screen. Jeff Goldblum, you know he's going to be on screen.
You think so?
Oh, you have to show that like at the very end of the whole thing. People, that's where you start the party, right? You show the quick little dailies, and then boom, Jeff Goldblum at the end. Then it's just, let's go, guys, party time.
It's just a silhouette of a man in the ferns, of like the red backdrop jungle, and like the camera zooms in, and all of a sudden the light kind of turns up, and he's got that Jeff Goldblum smile, and all of a sudden lightning flashes, and you just hear,
ow, ow.
God, I love that laugh.
Well, I found the post. So it was somebody who worked on the movie. They said, got treated to a behind-the-scenes and an amazing-looking trailer. Can't wait to see the movie. And then Daniela said, UK wrapped, Hawaii awaits. Guys, I've seen footage. It gave me shivers. Oh, it's bad. Brackets, as in right. James Brown's good. And then she said, when you look at the footage, it feels like the biggest movie ever made. It's going to be very special, trust me, and I hate everything. So, obviously, she's an actress in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be positive regardless. But, to be fair to her, she's the kind of girl that doesn't take shit. You can tell that from any of her posts. She's pretty cool.
She seems like the funnest person to hang out with. Like, I would love to get her on a podcast and just to talk to her, just to shoot the shit. We wouldn't even have to talk about Jurassic World.
We obviously, she anyways.
Would. No way. She wouldn't be able to for the sequel anyway. But just I mean, she's obviously going to be well known once this movie comes out. But right now, she's still kind of on a scale where like I didn't know who she was before she was cast, and I would love to kind of get to know her, just her story a little bit. She seems like such a cool person, but at the same time, you do not want to fuck with Daniela. She's just met. I mean, there's a few posts where you'll see. I mean, if you've seen her post, you just get the idea. But she seems really cool.
No, she's very cool. Mm-hmm. But so she sort of said teaser, and then somebody asked footage, so we could be seeing a teaser soon, and then she said soon.
Yeah.
So this is where the controversy comes in.
And that was the next day after the day after she was on a flight back, like it seemed like 6 hours after the party ended. She had posted on Instagram, and then what you're talking about, Jack, on Twitter, she all of a sudden just said, all right, ask me anything, but obviously I can't, I'm not going to say much. And everybody chimed in, and she said a lot of really kind of cool things without really talking about the movie. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing,
so she spoiled nothing.
Yeah,
but she said a lot.
Said a lot of cool stuff.
She's like
a lot of hype.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I thought was cool was, and who did she respond to? Do you think the movie will honor the legacy of the original movies? And she replied, yes, the idea was to try and aim for the sensibility of the very first one. And that gets me so hyped.
That's how it should be, and Bayona and Colin have said that from the start, that it's going to be more in line with the first movie and the way the first movie pans out.
Oh, but dude, they said the exact same for Jurassic World, though. Like, it's all about the first movie, going back to the roots of JP and all that. So I don't know, man.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold that that's actually going to be the case, but I'm very excited that even Daniela is saying that. So like you said, Ryan, there was a Q&A, so she said a couple of cool things. Somebody asked, how many animatronics did you see on set? She said a few really good ones. So that's interesting.
So there's, I mean, obviously there's a few. I mean, we've talked about there could be what we assume is maybe Blue and then the T-Rex. But from some of the things that we've seen and some of the leaks that have kind of come online, we kind of have an idea now that there's more than just even more than, you know, a few. But then at the same time, how much is a few? Like, how much are we going to actually see?
I don't think it's going to be as many as we really had hoped.
I know, and that's and like it sounds like, and from what we've seen, like some of the stuff that has leaked, I mean, I've kind of been scratching my head, going like, holy shit! Like, there's actually kind of what seems to be a lot of maybe practical effects in this movie, more than I was thinking. But then I'm going to be super just disappointed if, you know, we only get things that are like mostly blended in with CGI and we don't really get the same feel. But I don't know. What do you think, Aziz?
I think the success of the animatronics in the JP series lies with the Velociraptor. So as long as Blue is of an animatronic, I think that's all I really need. Because, you know, a T-Rex, it's kind of too big anyways. You can't really do much with it. So just CGI that. Maybe the smaller guys. Let's, like, you know, when was the last time we saw a small animatronic dinosaur on screen, right? Like 2001?
Like a compy.
Yeah, like a compy.
Like, imagine what they can do now. Like, maybe a full-size animatronic, like, running around full speed. Maybe they can do that now. So I want to see what they can do with the small guys and the Velociraptors more than, like, the big T-Rexes and whatever. So let's see what...
Well, we know so little about it because it's a different team that's working on the animatronics this time around. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it. It might not even be hydraulics. They might use a puppeteering system, much like the Walking with Dinosaurs. Right. So we don't really know what they're doing, and we haven't seen any real pictures of anything yet from the set, which again I'm pleased about. But you know, it'd be good to know what she talks about when she says a few really good ones.
Yeah, and
because I really want to know. I want to know if there's a big T-Rex.
Oh yeah. Well, what about the Raptors, man? All about the Raptors, dude.
No, I agree. The Raptors are a given. It's
Definitely.
amazing that in Jurassic World they weren't. But, you know, and you said before, Assis, the T-Rex, you know, you can't really do much with the T-Rex. I disagree there, man. You've seen the first two movies, right?
No, I've actually never seen them. Like, the one time we watched JP together in the cinema in wherever the hell we were in April, I was actually sleeping the whole time. In the Lost World, you know, I've never actually seen the movie full time. Chris is on to me. Actually, you know what? I've seen a full-size T-Rex in JP3, and that was okay.
Yeah, it was alright in JP3. It wasn't as good as it could have been. But I always, when I think of the animatronic T-Rex, I always go back, obviously the scenes in Jurassic Park, but the scene in Lost World when the T-Rex is by the gas station and it just turns its head and kind of tilts at the, you know what I mean, that shot?
I think he heard us. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That shot is just so real. You can do so much with the animatronic head of a T-Rex. I do hope they have one in this movie. Just imagine it, I don't know, smashing its way through like a car, like in the first one. It puts its head through a car.
Yeah. I mean,
too cool.
With what they can do, especially inside the studios now, and I mean, I think we're not going to get a single glimpse of an animatronic outside these days, especially, I mean, we all know the infamous, you know, the T-Rex breaking down because of water and whatnot. And they might be doing water effects inside. You never know. But we know that most of, if not all of, the animatronics are probably going to be made in studio. So there's obviously going to be a blend of CGI in the background. But I'm just really interested to see like how much of it is going to be authentic practical effects compared to, you know, a mix, which we kind of see of nowadays. At least we're getting more practical in the sense. So.
Yeah. So another question was, Bayona and others have teased a darker film. Do you agree? And she just put 100%. So again, I pray.
But Jack, not the Lost World. What's the movie? Jurassic World. It had some dark elements too, though, right?
No.
What do you mean no? Come on. Everyone knows. Everyone who listens to this podcast knows. I don't like Jurassic World that much, but it's better than the Lost World. But still, that's a different discussion.
Get out.
No.
Disconnect him from the cool or something. Because I can't take
Why?
this.
The Lost World is hands down the darkest film in the franchise.
Okay, maybe, but whatever. Jurassic World's better. There was
Get
still some
out,
dark. No,
Aziz,
there was still
come
some.
on.
I'm not even kidding. I mean, we could get into it if we want. I can get into it.
So somebody, Jurassic World Spain actually said, do you think that we will have more fear and tension than in Jurassic World? And she put, yup. So, come on.
But guys,
come on.
Did we not hear that like they were focusing more on action now and more dinosaurs per second than ever in any Jurassic Park movie? So how are you gonna get more tension with more action and more like dinosaurs on screen, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that
That begs to be seen. We'll all see that when we see the first trailer. We'll see what kind of vibe they're gunning at. A couple of questions about Pratt. Somebody said, tell us what you expect from your character in this movie. And Daniela replied, I can say this, you haven't seen anyone like her. She's very original. Which again tells us nothing, but I was thinking like she might say more of a Julianne Moore. Or, Sarah Harding or that kind of character. Who knows?
I bet her character is going to be almost exactly how she is in real life.
That'd be so cool.
I think that there's going to... I mean, because she is I think she's a badass. Like, kind of like what I was just saying before. Like, she's very genuine, but at the same time, she doesn't put up with any shit. And that, to me, is just a very real person. And I think maybe in this... in the movie, not somebody to necessarily contend with Bryce Dallas Howard's character, but I think Jurassic Park has kind of always had strong female leads in every movie. So she's just another element to possibly add to the fifth. I think she's just going to be a total badass.
I mean, you would hope so, right? Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
she definitely. Go on.
No, I don't think she. I mean, I think she could play any sort of character. To be honest, I think I've seen. I think she could obviously just pull off a very, I suppose, nice or genuine character. But I think we'll get elements of that. But I just see somebody who... I mean, I would love to see her spat with Malcolm. Could you imagine, like, just...
Oh, man. Because she's so funny in real life. I couldn't even imagine a sassy Malcolm and, like, a sassy Daniela character. I couldn't imagine that. That'd be so sick.
Where they just go off and one has one response for the other, and, like, people are just in the room awkwardly staring at the both of them, just kind of jab. I mean, it would. I could see her as a new age Malcolm almost.
Maybe Malcolm's child. Huh?
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, she's like a smart motherfucker.
Exactly. I mean, I don't see her necessarily thinking that any of this is going to be like whatever reason going back to the islands or whatever happens in the movie for that being a good reason. But she's obviously going to be heavily involved. From what we've seen, she's filmed a lot. So
it seems like more than Bryce Dallas Howard at this point, because Bryce Dallas Howard's been on the set for 34 days so far, 35.
Yeah, and they've all taken time away from the studios, but they all come back, and it just seems like Daniela's always...
She's always there, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, when she was announced as the lead. So
that's exciting, dude.
She really is the new lead, and I think everybody's so happy about that.
Yeah, it's cool.
She's so cool, and she seems like a thoroughly great actress.
Also, a genuine person too.
Seen. Yeah, a lot of fun. A good ambassador for the franchise.
More than that. It's amazing. It's good. It's a good get. It's like you can have her for another 4 or 5 films after this. I want her to be the face of the franchise now. You know?
Yeah, and she's funny.
So Raptor Chaser asked, "Is Jurassic World 2 the official title?" And she put, "I actually don't know yet." Which I don't know. Do you think they know?
No.
I think Jurassic World 2 is going to be the title, though. You'll see. You'll see, boys.
Could you imagine if it actually was? I think there's right built so much hype around, I don't know the title. I think
they'd laugh they'd be laughing.
If they actually go with that, I think people would flip a little.
Why? It's Jurassic World 2. It's a cool title. It's better than The Lost World. It should be called Jurassic Park 2. Universal gets it. It's The Lost World. Jurassic World 2. You'll see.
So this last question was really interesting. Somebody said, can you tell me if there's more T-Rex in this movie than there was in Jurassic World? So Daniela put yes and no. So, come on.
So,
wait, was it? It wasn't more
this?
T-Rex
She
or more
obviously
T-Rexes?
she can't say anything. So she's saying maybe it's 50-50. Either there is or there isn't. But what do you guys think? I mean,
I think yes.
We've heard that Rexy's coming back. Colin's confirmed that. But
she can't do much. She's at this point she's like an old battered lady. She's like a super senior citizen. Let her stay in her retirement home. It's fine.
No, because her retirement home gonna blow.
Her little beach house in Hawaii.
The volcano's gonna blow its load, as you said once.
Oh, yeah.
All over Nublar.
So if you go on Jurassic Outpost anyway, you'll see the article, or the articles, there's a couple of them, with all these tweets from the Q&A. And then so Daniela had said that there'll be a teaser trailer soon. Soon is you could take that word however you want. But to most people, soon is, I don't know, within the month, within next month, kind of, right? Because we reached out to Universal. Yeah, we reached out to Universal, and they said no plans for a teaser trailer yet. Not sure what's being shown at the London Wrap Party, but it's not official marketing materials. So,
now, do you believe
we are very
that?
used to.
Do we believe Universal 100%?
100%. Yep.
Yeah, we worked with these. Yeah, so we're so used to as Jurassic fans. Get rid of any hope you have. I think that's a good place to start. Just forget that somebody said soon for a teaser.
Oh, but
trailer.
dude, this is not Jurassic Park anymore. This is Jurassic World era stuff. We have no idea how it's going to go anymore.
We really don't.
Yeah. Could go anywhere.
But it's with a history of cancelled video games and 14 years of, oh, it's happening, no, it's not happening. Just kill all your hopes and just wait. Just when it comes, it'll come. That'll be when it'll be time to get excited. So supposedly no plans.
But we're still more than a year out, right? We can't expect anything until at least San Diego, anyways, right? There's no way.
This is what amazes me is that when she said there'll be a teaser trailer soon, I was excited, but I was like, but
yeah, that's so
how
soon.
And why? It's too soon.
Yeah, but soon could be literally 2-3 months. That's pretty soon, though, in terms of like the grand scale of the universe. You know, let's go into some existential shit here. I'm gonna do it. Ready? I'm gonna flex my muscles.
Well, if we're gonna go existential, then time is just something created by humans. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
The world's been alive for 8,000 years now, right? 8,000 is the belief.
We are the only species that run by time.
Yeah, 4 billion years of a planet. What's 2 months? 2 months is nothing. That's pretty soon.
Exactly. It's soon.
What?
So what was it? So E3 is 13th to 15th of June.
Right.
So we might hear about Jurassic World Survivor, which is the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park video game that's supposedly coming. Is coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Where is it?
Survivor!
Jurassic World Survivor.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, we just need a good Jurassic game in general, but so we've heard that this is that this is officially happening again, but have we even heard a release date? Like a potential release date?
No, there was never really a release date. It was supposed to come out just after Jurassic World,
right? And
then obviously it got the delay. / it was cancelled, but it wasn't technically cancelled. We found out it was just the company. What was it? The company closed, and there were
Cryptic Studios.
Something happened.
What's Cryptic Studios?
Yeah,
never mind.
Cryptic.
Is it Cryptic? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they closed one of their regions or something. And then the game got delayed, but it didn't cease production, or at least it did for a period of time. And then apparently it's been picked back up and it's sort of been changed, so it's not set directly after Jurassic World. But who knows? Until we see a trailer or a logo, I mean, there literally is no information about this game,
but guys,
other than what we've put on the site.
Yeah,
so
if something is going to happen, it's definitely going to happen during E3, because we do know for a fact. For 100% fact that or I think maybe not 100% fact, but whatever, that the guys who are making the game itself, or the publishers or whoever, they do for a fact have a booth on the E3 floor. So if they're going to show the game, they're going to show it during E3 this year. So we'll know more in like literally 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean that's really exciting, because if it does, that's perfect for Jurassic June. But also, I mean, it's been too long. We've known about this game since June of this year. Let's see. Let me see. June 2016. We've known about the
before that. It's like
this.
December, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on. December 2015. I think it was 2015. It was literally just after.
Yeah.
We've known about this game too long, and people have been waiting for this game.
P.S. It's Jurassic June. I think that's
Happy Jurassic June, boys.
That's the first time I think you mentioned it. I was like, oh shit, that's right.
Happy Jurassic June, guys.
Happy Jurassic June, everybody.
It's Jurassic June, guys.
We're not going to watch Jurassic Park this month, are we?
I still need to watch The Lost World. I haven't had any time. I didn't watch it on the 20th.
On the what?
I watched
the anniversary. Okay.
Yeah, I watched it.
I did
last week.
Man,
I fell asleep.
It's so boring, right? It's fucking boringest movie ever.
It's Giacchino's score, man. It's so whimsical. It puts me to bed.
Oh, you're talking about Jurassic World?
Yeah. Sorry, Jurassic World, not The Lost World.
I could fall asleep to that.
Excuse you. The only movie we ever fell asleep to was The Lost World.
Oh, you watched it twice in Philly, wide awake.
I don't know about that.
Nose to the screen.
No. We have to get into one thing. Alexander, is that his full name? Alexander Evans? Alex? Mm-hmm. Sure. He said Jurassic Park is boring, and no one's addressing this. Did you guys not get this? Like, what's the deal here? We have to kick him off the team.
Did he really? Did he mean
he
that,
said,
though?
He said it's starting to show its age. A little bit boring, if I might say. That's what he said.
Oh,
we had to get rid of him.
That's right. Yeah. No, I disagree.
I mean, he's wrong.
I think everyone disagrees. Any fan disagrees.
Except for Alex.
I don't think there's a fan out there that doesn't actually like the first one.
Alex,
although
why?
thinking about it.
I assumed Alex
Jurassic
was joking.
World. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. These Brits, these sneaky Brits, you never know.
Sneaky
cheeky Brits.
So before we talk about Mattel, or Mattel,
Mattel,
the Jurassic Park Raptor egg 1-to-1 prop replica is now available. Oh no, it's available for pre-order on June 9th. So Chronicle have announced another Jurassic Park product. This is a Velociraptor egg. It's $200. 3-month, 6-month payment plans as usual, or you can pay up front. And it's the raptor egg from Jurassic Park. What more do you want?
Very affordable. Looks nice.
It's pretty articulate. They did a nice job at the definition and the coloration, and I mean it's a raptor egg. But
and the bronze logo is fantastic.
Little baby footprints in the bronze logo.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's available on June 9th, so check out Jurassic Outpost or go directly to chroniclecollectibles.com for pre-order information. Let's talk about toys.
Toys, boys.
So Ryan, you want to give us a little run through?
Yeah, so okay, first I just hope that when this is edited, I just don't want to slip with anything because there's like Chris said in the article that we dropped yesterday, Happy Jurassic June. Wow! Mattel, so they had their expo. What was this? Maybe a month ago.
Yeah, about a month, a couple of weeks.
And it's essentially it was like a little meet and greet for some big name stores and brick and mortars to kind of get an idea of what their future line is. And I mean, they showed things from Justice League and Hot Wheels, but and I can say this because this is general knowledge, or not necessarily general knowledge, but they weren't very secretive. Jurassic World and Jurassic Park essentially were the biggest and most excited lines that the Mattel executives were basically talking about or that they were showing on the main floor. Essentially, there's going to be a shit ton of toys coming our way.
That's the right word to use. An absolute shit ton.
We haven't seen this. I mean, Jurassic Park 3 had a decent lineup, but the quality on some was questionable. And then, of course, we haven't had much other than the Jurassic Park line in 2009, and then Hasbro's Jurassic World line. This harkens back to the Lost World days when they dropped just all these toys. vehicles, humans, dinosaurs. And then there's just going to be some new stuff that's going to be thrown in. I mean, of course, board games and things like that. But smart toys, essentially. And can't really get into the specifics of what exactly those are going to be. But, I mean, some heavy-duty stuff that is also going to be at a very high price point. I mean, so for those deep-pocketed parents who don't care about what they get, how much they're going to be spending on their child, there's going to be a few toys that are going to be expensive, but sounds like well worth it, and then some definitely more affordable stuff. But
yeah, so if you're a collector, save your money now because you're going to need it. If you're a parent and you know your kids are going to want these toys, I mean, get rid of the college fund that you've got put away for your kids because they're going to want these toys. It's Mattel. People, I think Chris especially was a bit worried about Mattel having the license, but everything I saw for Mattel, they did the Ghostbusters line. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. I would have always wanted that treatment because they did figures for the characters in the new Ghostbusters, and then they also re-released all the older characters, and the figures were amazing.
Yeah,
and they were like $10-15.
I think I think what Mattel was trying to do with Ghostbusters and what they're going to do with this is just kind of stay true to the movies and kind of the detail that goes into some of the scenes and some of the and just what makes these characters and the detail on the Ghostbusters characters I thought was pretty well done, especially for the price on them. And from what we've heard too is Mattel it has the same mindset for not only Jurassic World but Jurassic Park. I think I can go ahead and use what what we kind of talked about in the article as the first line, but is essentially going to be called the Legacy line, which is what their focus is going to be on more of the Jurassic Park series, and we're going to see stuff from all of the eras: Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3. There's going to be releases for all of the movies.
JP3 for life.
Oh yeah, JP3. JP3 sucks.
No.
But there's just going to be some cool stuff, and Mattel is definitely paying attention. They're definitely diving into the movies. They're looking at detail, just without saying much. There's just going to be little things that you're going to see that you're going to go, oh shit! Like, nice job, Mattel.
Genuinely. So there's, like we were saying, the Ghostbusters stuff looked great from Mattel. So I was always very excited to see what they do. It's just going to be great. It's going to be great. So let's go through the article and let's kind of detail what we've got. So we've got 3 3/4 inch human action figures for $10.
Yeah.
Pretty much just like the JP3 ones. Probably more articulate. They might have posable knees. Who knows? What are they? They say they're going to come with a hatchling dinosaur, a gear, or a weapon of some script. I'm just more excited to see a human figure again in human figure packaging, and you know what I mean, like just a human figure, carded figure.
Yeah, I mean, all we got for Jurassic World was Owen, and that took a while. I mean,
and it was crap.
Yeah, it
was Sean Ashmore.
That crap. It was crap.
It was Sean Ashmore the figure, not Chris Pratt the figure. I don't want no Sean Ashmore up in this bitch. No.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it did look like Sean Ashmore. But it was like wave 16 of Jurassic World line, and then it was like, oh, here's a human figure. And it's like, oh man, I mean, you really could have tapped into something. But again, we all know Universal. Nobody expected Jurassic World to be what it was. So obviously they're paying attention to it now. I really hope that this just makes Hasbro knock their head on the wall.
They don't care. They got Star Wars, bro.
Oh man, but I mean, I think there's a gold mine to be had with Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, especially for not just the older generation, but I think it could really speak to the younger generation too, for the older line.
Oh, totally. But you got to put the time in, right? You got to put the time and the effort into it, which it sounds like Mattel is doing. So, complete shout out to Mattel. We got to reward them for this behavior. It's good, you know. Speak with your wallets. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got basic dinosaur figures for $10. So these are roughly 6-inch long, comparable to the basic non-electric dinosaurs of the Kenner's line. So think of the Dilophosaurus. Do you remember the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park line? That if you it was completely like a rubber toy. I think if you squeezed it,
Squeeze
put it
water,
and then yeah.
Yeah.
How cool was that, man?
Yeah, it was cool.
That was so good. The raptor as well. That kind of thing. Those kind of figures. Then you've got Roarivores, electronic dinosaurs, $15. So think of
Basher
the electronic
Biters.
raptor.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Super Strike Dinos, deluxe dinosaur figures, $20. So those are thinking about the Stegosaurus.
And let's
the Lost World Stegosaurus, that kind of size.
And let's talk about, because we can, a little bit about the Super Strikes, because I mean, when you think about the name alone, it kind of gives some stuff away. But think about, and Chris talked about this in the article. There's going to be just basically loaded springs in these dinosaurs, where they're going to have different, like even more so, like multiple different strikes. So think of a Stegosaurus where you can kind of like cock its tail almost and lock it, and then like I don't know, like press its plate and it swings its tail super fast. But
these dinosaurs are primed to fight.
Yeah, I mean,
well, some of them, but these Super Strike ones are.
So it's just going to be cool to see how they bite and how they move. I mean, you kind of saw Hasbro do it where you moved an arm or you moved a tail and
it fell off.
Yeah, or the screws on the other side fell out. But it's going to be I mean, and these are going to be pretty. I mean, just the Super Strikes alone are going to be pretty cool. And then
kind of like in the smaller Pachycephalosaurus in Lost World with the button on the side, around its head. That kind of thing. But these are going to be a bit bigger and a bit more. There's more to them.
I mean, hell, I'd take a Pachycephalosaurus where you could like push its head into the body and it looks like a little turtle, and then you push something and it just
a schnapp.
Oh, I had that toy,
like
dudes.
that.
That's my contribution to this argument or talk. I had that toy.
So they had large. So we got large dinosaur figures. Prices obviously will be dependent on what it is, but think of the Thrasher Bull T-Rexes from the Lost World. Think of the big red T-Rex, rubber feel, real feel, latex rubber, electronic roars. This is the real deal. We're getting proper dinosaurs, proper big T-Rex. I don't know what other a big Spinosaurus. No, there's probably no Spinosaurus in this one.
But
big T-Rex toy.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think we're going to probably see something carnivorous of some sort. Probably Rexy. I don't know. We don't know all of the dinosaurs, but from the toy line alone, there seems to be quite a lot of dinosaurs that could potentially be in this movie. So it's going to be nuts. And even the prices on the bigger dinosaurs are probably going to range from like $50 to $75 probably. But they're going to. Think about the Bull T-Rex, the Lost World. All I can say is the Bull. Remember the Bull T-Rex that came with the action figure and the cage, and it came with a purpose.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a hashtag spoiler.
So vehicles as well. Oh my god, there's going to be vehicles.
Yeah,
and they look awesome.
What do you mean they look awesome? Do we have pictures of them?
No, I was just reading the. I was just reading the website.
I see. They look awesome. I see. You're visualizing it. That's some existential stuff, man. I understand that. You read something, you get so into it.
Time isn't real. Time is a human-created thing. What time is it? It's midnight right now. No, it's not. Time doesn't exist.
Y'all go back to producing. You guys keep doing your thing, man. No good. It's all good.
You can't go backwards. Time doesn't exist.
Yo, it's all forward motion, bro. It's
We're not linear.
Motion.
The Earth is hollow.
What is happening?
Yo, flat Earth retired. Let's go. Where are my boys at? Shout out.
Yeah, the Earth is flat and it's hollow. Come on, guys.
We are in some.
Come on,
some awesome,
open your mind.
We are in awesome time zones, though. I mean, to think that we are literally, like, I'm on West Coast, Pacific time is East. You're on East Coast.
That's right.
And Jack.
East Coast. I'm like, I guess it's East Coast time, yeah.
Jack's on Guernsey time.
Well, Greenwich Mean Time, actually.
GMT.
Do you know what? Last time I was in London, I went to Greenwich and we visited where time was invented. At the Greenwich, whatever.
Dude, time has no place. You can't quantify time, bro. It's no solid physical bullshit.
It doesn't real. It does. It's not real.
It doesn't real.
Exist. Time is a human creation. It doesn't real. It doesn't real. Yeah.
Lots of vehicles.
Lots of vehicles in this toy line, and they look awesome.
See how we just came back in time to the vehicles?
Yo, that's some trippy
That's
shit.
right. Yeah, time is a fantastic thing.
But
But there's going to be a lot from what we've heard.
So, go on.
No, you go. You take this because you love the vehicles.
I'm a vehicle kind of guy.
You do love the vehicles, Jackie boy. Jack loves vehicles.
I have a question for you guys. Since I have no idea what these things look like, and I'm just producing the podcast. Shout out to my new position, podcast producer. Thank you very much. In terms
You've been doing a pretty good job, Aziz. Shout out real quick.
Thank you. Getting that
That's right. That's right.
money,
So
boys.
I've a nice weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Aziz is now the podcast producer.
It's growing up.
He records, he distributes, he edits, he distributes, he edits, he distributes.
Oh, that sponsorship, though.
Oh, see, he spreads. He spreads.
Spreading them legs, man.
He's viral.
Letting everyone in.
He spread him. Spread him, Aziz.
Spread it.
So my question is for you boys that know the toy game so well, and I know nothing. In terms of the Lost World vehicles and the JP3 vehicles, where are we sitting on these ones? Are we more Lost World, more JP3? Because there is a difference.
There's
Definitely more the Lost World.
Ooh, that's good. I know the Lost World toys inside out, like my boy Jack, so I'm very excited by this news.
So there's vehicles coming that will obviously fit the human figures. You'll be able to, don't worry, Aziz, you'll be able to play with your vehicles with your human figures.
Hell yes,
your dinosaur
dude.
Figures as well. They will all play together. But there's also Matchbox, which Mattel own, right? Mattel own Matchbox.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so a lot of the vehicles, or if not all of them, are being put through Matchbox branding, so to speak. So there's going to be some big Matchbox vehicles. There's going to be some small Matchbox vehicles. Some, like the Lost World Matchbox ones, include small dinosaurs. And the entire lineup, this is reading from the site, the entire lineup was described as similar to the Micro Machines, but bigger, sold alongside the Lost World. So, from what we know, there's vehicles from every movie being released.
Yeah, and we're also, the cool thing too is, from what rumor has it, a lot of the classic stuff that we're talking about we're going to see sooner rather than later. Also, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead too much in the article here, but a lot of this we could possibly see maybe right before Christmas, if not early 2018.
Which is why Jack was saying we're going to be broke in December in the last podcast. So there you go.
Yeah, he's not joking around. We're going to be seeing some of this stuff here in about 6 months, possibly, which is super exciting.
Perfect timing too. Trailer toys, they're gonna make some money off of us, man. The JP fever is real, man. They're gonna get some nice cash.
Money doesn't exist, Aziz. That's a man-created thing.
The exchange of goods. I don't understand how money exists.
Yeah, and this is all just. I mean, this is kind of what we've heard, but this is also. I mean, we don't know exactly how solidified any of these dates are, and with a lot of these lines too, I'm not sure what's going to come out when. Obviously, they're probably going to come out in waves, and these waves could come out every 3-4 months. I don't know. But the first wave, it sounds like we could be seeing towards the end of the year, if not beginning of the year. Hopefully, they tap into to Christmas. I mean, it would just be silly if they didn't.
Things change all the time.
Yeah.
But like Ryan said, you got the movie coming out summer next year. You know, Christmas would be the ideal time to start pumping some Jurassic on the shelves.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have a baby. I'm gonna get nothing for Christmas, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to put it on. Like, I'm gonna have to go to the mall and sit on Santa's lap and be like, I want some Jurassic Park Legacy line, please. And he's gonna be like, dude, get the hell off of me.
It's gonna be great.
Hopefully.
He's going to tell you off, and he's going to be like, Jurassic Park isn't great.
It's going to turn into like that Jingle All the Way, and it's going to be a catastrophe at the mall.
Put that cookie down. So there's also some various smart/electronic toys coming. Prices obviously vary, so we're talking drones, remote control vehicles, random other stuff. I mean, I think Mattel are going all out. They expect Jurassic World 2 is going to make a fortune, and they expect the fan base is ready to buy in. They expect kids are going to go crazy. I mean, it is going to happen. The demand is there.
Yeah, I mean, as we've kind of seen with like Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, like I can't help but think that like Baby Groot was purposefully put into Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for marketing and toys essentially, and obviously that was a big hit. So I mean, I'm just going to be surprised to see how any of this is adapted if we see more dinosaurs and they use that obviously as an excuse to make more toys. Which I'm not saying that's bad, but it could be stuffed. The movie, from what we could, potentially see, it could be stuffed with a lot.
No, I agree with you, especially if they're trying to aim for the sensibility and the kind of tension of the first one. If it's just scenes of mass amounts of dinosaurs, then it's I don't know if that's similar.
Yeah, how do you do tension if you're focusing all your time on action sequences and just filling the screen with dinosaurs? You know, where's the character play come in?
Tension has a new meaning in Hollywood these days.
Unfortunately, you're not wrong.
So the first line is potentially going to be called something like Jurassic World: The Classic Collection. Like you said, Ryan, either late this year or early next year, and is based upon the first Jurassic Park. So we're going to see something from the first Jurassic Park, and then obviously towards the summer is when Jurassic World 2 toy line will start hitting, and then from what we understand, it's kind of going to be a bit of a back and forth. So you'll have the movie line, and then in between this movie and the next movie, there'll be a classic line or a legacy line or whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah, and I think this first wave coming out at the end of the year is going to be kind of a real test too of that line. So I don't expect it to fail, but hopefully it just it does well enough to where we continue to see waves. And Aziz, what do you think? What do you think of? What do you think when we hear about like the smart electric stuff or like the drone stuff?
Listen, man, I don't know much about drones, but I know a thing or two about these electronic things. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking. No. I'm about to get into it. Have we talked about the big item in this new line? Have we talked about that yet? The big.
Which one? Enlighten us.
Am I allowed to say?
I don't know.
I don't know what can I say, Ryan. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Well,
it's the thing.
There's a few.
The one.
I think that one's.
We'll cut that if I have to.
I think that one's kind of like the mother. Mattel might be mad if we spilled that one.
All right. Well, there's a special item.
So
but I'm thinking that one is going to be like, you know how the Jurassic Park 3 line had the big Spinosaur animatronic thing, like the big, really expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking the Jurassic World 2 big one is going to be like the JP3 big one, as in there's going to be a lot of cool features with it. You know, it's going to cost a little bit more. It's going to be a premium item. But that's the one you're going to want to save up for, right? That's what I'm thinking in terms of electronics and stuff. I'm not sure about drones. I'll fly a drone.
We can say this. And actually, you don't need to cut anything, Aziz. You didn't say anything.
Okay.
Too much, I don't think. But we can say that there's going to be some items that are going to be like $150 or plus.
That's it, yeah.
And that's definitely going to fall into the electronic line. So you take that as for what you will as to what could go into a $150 toy. There's a few possibilities. But Aziz, you still didn't answer, like, what about the drones, bro?
Listen, bro, I don't know nothing about no drones. Okay, in terms of drones, I'm going to go back into my Star Wars, expertise, if you will. I remember when the new movies came out, Force Awakens and Rogue One, like they had TIE fighters and X-Wing drones. So I'm thinking either we have a helicopter and Pteranodon set, like, the helicopter's one drone and the Pteranodon's another drone. Maybe they have something like that, right?
Possibly. I mean,
what
it makes
else
sense
can you do? You
because
don't have a Velociraptor drone or a Mosasaur drone. Although that'd be pretty hype if you had a Mosasaur flying in the air. That'd be pretty hype. I want that.
It comes out of the water like it can. It's like both a submarine and like a flying
like
drone.
James Bond. Like it turns. It can
Like-
drive as well. It turns the wheel. That
Free
would be cool.
Free Willy. It comes with a little Daniela or Justice Smith, and he's got his fist up in the air. And
That'd be sick.
that'd be
It's
so
my
cool,
knowledge
though.
of
I mean,
drones,
like
boy.
you could. I mean, you see this little thing moving through the water, but then imagine like roar out of the water, but then all of a sudden it's like you're like, what the hell? It's flying away. Like, just.
Jesus.
That would be pretty funny, a flying mosasaur. But I mean, you're right. It makes sense that, like, I mean, right, Jack? Like it's either going to be like a helicopter, or the only flying vehicle or flying dinosaur is a pteranodon.
Yeah. I'm thinking clearly pteranodon. It's a drone-like pteranodon, which is cool. It's something we've never really seen before. Now drones are kind of pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's not spoiling anything. I mean, when you think about a drone, it's like, okay, well, what are the possibilities? I mean,
You're right. Helicopter, plane, or a flying dinosaur.
Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
like Star
You
Wars.
wouldn't
We
have
have like the
a
Falcon
T-Rex
and a bunch of
drone.
other ships and stuff. There's more variety there. But with the Jurassic Park, it's either this or that. It's literally there's no other option. You know.
Well, it's kind of like, did you see that guy who his cat died or passed away?
and he turned it into
And he turned it into a drone.
Yeah.
What?
So, you know.
His cat is he has like his dead cat flying in the air.
Yes.
Yes. It's pretty funny, Aziz.
He said to remember it. He was going to get it.
Put
what
it
do
in
they
the
call
air?
Is it embalming? Embalming? No.
It's taxidermed.
Taxidermy, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was
God.
going to get it taxidermied, and then he got it taxidermied with its legs spread out.
Spread out.
That's
all
so
four.
wrong.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That sounds wrong. Don't do that. Come on.
Each foot has a propeller, and then just like its head is just like a bobcat on the floor, and it's just
This is not right. This is not right, guys.
It's not right, but it's so good. But you can imagine, okay, so maybe a velociraptor dies, so maybe Blue
Velociraptor
dies.
drone.
So Owen turns it into a flying machine, and then that's where we get the drone.
That's how you airlift the dinosaurs
man.
out of there, eh?
there really are.
Yeah,
I guess there
drone
really
them
are
out.
some possibilities, is what we're saying. Oh my god, like a flying, just a flying dead corpse.
It sounds so stupid, but I want it.
For whatever reason, I really like the idea though of like a submarine / flying mosasaur.
Multi-purpose, all-terrain.
Yeah, you could take off the propellers and then put wheels on it, and it can go anywhere. And just like watch it, like it's got blue wheels that it just goes up like the dirt terrain. Oh my god!
Yeah, all I'm imagining now really is a mosasaur that's been gutted, turned into the inside of a car, and it's got these wheels which, when it goes underwater, turns like kind of like James Bond's.
Guys, I figured it
You know
out.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Jack, this is your fault. I want you to know this is your fault. Fast and Furious. Where's the next step?
Oh, no.
Where's the next step that they can go with this? Mosasaur cars. Mix the two franchises.
If they
belong
cross-
together. They belong together.
Look,
I'm telling you.
look.
That way,
If they
Dominic
cross
Toretto
the
can
Jurassic
have a-
Park franchise
What?
and Fast and the Furious, I will literally.
Why?
I'm done.
It's happening. You know what's going to happen. They probably
The
already
fate
exist in
of
the same
Jurassic
universe.
World.
It's already in the same universe, right? What's to say they're not?
It's the dumbest thing
Oh, it's
I've
so cool.
ever
I
heard.
want to see Dominic Toretto and Ghost Paul Walker riding in mosasaurs from the underwater, chasing off the bad guys, Jason Statham, onto land, off Isla Nublar, and into the sea again. Perfect.
It doesn't matter if it's a Spinosaurus or Tyrannosaurus.
It's all about family.
It's all about family. Oh yeah, that would be
Awful.
That would be awful. Yes, is the right.
It'd be the worst thing to happen to the franchise since Jurassic World.
The fate
No, I'm
of
kidding.
the fate
I'm
of
kidding.
Jurassic
I'm
World,
kidding.
the Furious World, Jurassic Park.
To Jurassic 2 World, bro.
Dude. I think we named a podcast that,
We
right?
did, yeah. We
Jurassic
did way back
World.
when, yeah.
And Mattel.
Tokyo Drift. Nublar Drift. Sauna Drift. So, all right. So we've talked about Mattel. It's very exciting. There is so much coming. Save your dollar because you're going to need it. You're going to be so poor. We're all going to be
Cash
poor.
money, bros.
We're going to be so poor we can't pay the website bills. So say goodbye to Jurassic Outpost.
We're officially closing tomorrow, guys.
Tomorrow.
Saving our dollars.
If you didn't catch it, this is the last podcast, episode 55.
What a random number. Right? We couldn't make it to 100. We should be at like technically 160, but we're only 55.
It was that realization in Philadelphia. I think it was during the live stream that we've been doing this 3+ years. I called you guys out, and we're still on episode like 55.
Yeah, we picked it up though. We picked it up luckily.
Yes.
Yeah, well, now we have a real schedule. When we started, it was more like, let's try and do it every 2 weeks, but try being the key word.
Yeah, we just did it whenever the hell we wanted to, I guess.
Yeah.
We're all busy, man, but now I think, sticking to that schedule, whoever's available, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter because we're closing down, because we're not going to be... I'm closing down, I'm selling the site.
I don't even like Jurassic Park, who cares?
None of us like this movie. We were just told by Jack that eventually that we'd get paid. But
we're about to get started. I'm not going to even say.
What does Grant say? I don't know. We're
on the worst island in the world. We're not even being paid.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, I will pay you the money.
Show me the money, Aziz.
Listen, Paul Kirby has all the money.
Yeah, you owe... Actually, what the hell, man? Aziz, you owe us money. It's been announced.
Malcolm's in the movie.
No.
Are we calling back to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna let the listeners in on a little secret here. Everyone in the bet lied. They're cheaters. They all had insider information. You sneaky bastards.
Never.
Aziz is lying.
Oh.
Aziz
Chris likes lying. Which he did lie to me when he said he had no idea if Malcolm was in the movie. He lied. You cheaters. You owe me money.
You owe us $1,000.
We found out the same day you did.
Liar. I'll cut that. No. I'll cut that.
No.
So, Mattel, #Jurassic June. It's Jurassic June, guys. Go on Twitter. Follow Jurassic June on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go on JurassicJune.com and just get involved. It's 30 Days of Dinosaurs with Shannon Shea, who worked on Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
People are getting involved. People are posting stuff. Sick Triceratops is making some sick videos, yo. There's going to be some amazing content coming from Jurassic Outpost. That random fan website that's closing down today.
That last episode, last day, get your Phil screenshot
Episode 55, the closure.
Too bad we didn't tell Chris and Alex. And
who cares? They're fired anyways.
Sorry, guys. You guys were drunk and asleep when we were talking about it in Philly. We're like, you know what? 55, that's a good number.
That's our wrap. That's our
wrap.
All right.
Someone's got to be here to close. What does he say? It's been years since I've watched Jurassic World, but what does he say at the end? Someone's got to be here to close it all down.
Someone's got to stay behind.
Johnson.
I think that's literally, I think someone has to stay behind.
Did we mention, though, really quick, there is a little, it's not really Jurassic World 2 news, but there is activity happening on Hawaii, and filming will be starting soon.
So
let's finish up with this. Let's wrap it up.
We were going to talk about that after the wrap party thing, probably.
Well, we can talk about this now. So we're obviously very cautious about the kind of spoilers and things we share online, but on the podcast, we usually all bets are off. If you are following Real News Hawaii, then you will have seen this. The spoilers. If you want to stop the podcast, stop right now. Stop.
Don't do it. Or should you? Maybe you should.
Ooh, who knows?
Are you still here?
The gyrosphere is back.
Jack is also constipated.
Great. The coolest vehicle in the franchise is back.
What? I saw a picture of that. That's cool. Kinda.
Yeah.
No.
It's just chilling there.
The sets that they're building in Hawaii are insane and look very close.
To JP.
Well, they look like Jurassic Park, yeah. And they look like Jurassic Park bunkers. So that's very
But Josh,
exciting.
let me brush your boat for a second. You know what they are? They're just literally holding or loading areas for the gyrosphere. That's literally all it is, I think. Like a garage.
If it genuinely is, that would be very
What a waste.
Yeah, that's a huge waste.
Well, what else could it be, right?
Just to build a garage for the gyrosphere?
That's all I've seen. So, guess what? The garage, it leads into the tunnel system. So, there you go. That's how you get into the tunnels.
Gyrosphere doesn't deserve
I could see it being
garage.
in a tunnel system.
That'd be kind of hype, wouldn't it?
But they kind of look like, if we're talking about the bunkers, the bunkers do kind of harken back to that JP kind of.
Oh yeah, totally. The architecture,
like with the
style.
Yeah, with with the pillars kind of on the side, kind of like the loading pin at the very beginning of Jurassic Park for the raptor pin. I mean, this is total speculation, but well, no, because we saw the gyrosphere, so that wouldn't make sense. But when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit, could we possibly see like this is an old side of the park or a flashback? For some reason, I didn't see it being modern architecture for Jurassic World, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's more JP than JW, that's for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, some of Jurassic World
and the location as well. I mean, it's on the Kualoa Ranch, so it's like deep in the heart of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but that's random and weird at the same time, because unless they're going to do some templating in the background or whatever, it's kind of in a weird location, just like in this red.
Oh my god, I figured it out, guys! I think I cracked the plot. You ready? You guys ready for this? I think I got it. Oh my god, I can't believe I did this.
Spoiler alert,
guys! Yeah, spoiler alert. You're gonna want to tune into this though. This is some speculation, hot off the press. Let's go. Remember in JP1, Ian Malcolm had that tight leather jacket, the black one.
Yeah.
Remember when he got injured? No leather jacket. He left it in the visitor center. I think maybe I don't know. I think he did. We'll say he did.
I don't think he had it on unless it was wrapped around his leg. I don't think he had it on when he went.
No, I think he left it in the car. But he obviously, as a stylish man, you're not going to leave your leather jacket in the car. You're taking it with you. He brought it into the Jeep with him. They escaped the T-Rex, got back to the visitor center. He left it there. The set we're seeing in Kualoa right now is the backside of the visitor center. Ian Malcolm devised this whole plan just to go back and get his leather jacket because he knows he's going to look stylish as shit.
Oh, see, he's cut this, man.
Yeah, that's too spoilery.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's too spoilery.
Yo, I think no, I mean, as far as it actually being the sort of back of the visitor center, location-wise, it wouldn't work because the visitor center is in a really flat part. You know what I mean?
Oh, continuity-wise, like look at the visitor center in JW though. It looks nothing, or you wouldn't expect it to be in that type of area, right? There's no pond anymore. There's no nothing. It's like a weird jungle
it's completely
set.
Overgrown. And I mean,
I guess
I think it was a little exaggerated for 25 years, but I think I said this back in a podcast way back when we went to Hawaii. Everybody said like, if you look at some of like the World War II bunkers, you would never know that any of there was an airfield with bunkers and 300 men were unit or stationed there, because everything is 16 feet overgrown now just in the past 60 years. Like it grows at like 13 inches a year, the fauna and the trees. Right. So it could be, I mean, it would be completely unrecognizable, but at the same time, it would be a little bit more recognizable. I get what you mean, Aziz. Like there was a lot of open space around the visitor center. Like not all of that would have been overgrown by trees. And I mean, there was like a road even, so... I don't think we saw all of that. I think maybe that was kind of there, but I think from the perspective of what we saw in Jurassic World, because it was very quick, they just all of a sudden, I mean, he looked up, there's the door, and we just saw a close-up of it. It would have been cool to see like a kind of a panned-out vision or a perspective of what the complete visitor center looked like, encased in the jungle.
Well, yeah, I said this I think we discussed this whole scene in a previous podcast about how it was just so... I had to explain to a lot of people that it was the visitor center from the first
you couldn't
film.
tell anything.
All they needed was to recreate the shot from the first film across the lake.
Oh my god, that would have been so sick, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't make... I can't understand why they didn't do that.
That's because they don't care, dude. They don't give a shit.
The scene in Jurassic Park where you see the Jeeps rolling up to the visitor center, and you see the pond and you see the workers working on there. If they would have done that exact same scene, but the Jeep, with the boys rolling in, everybody would have known. They'd have been like, "Oh shit, that's the visitor center," but it's like completely overgrown. There's like, the tree and the fauna the canopy is much higher, blocking out the sun. It's darker. Holy shit, cool. But yeah, same. You saw the doors. We knew what it was, but not everybody did.
And there's no way Ty and Nick really knew what it was either. They were kind of like, "Ooh, an abandoned building," kind of thing. I mean, they wouldn't have seen, they wouldn't have known. So it's just, it was odd. It was really odd the way they shot that. Cool that we got to go back there, but that's not how I would have liked to go back.
Yeah, and all of this, I mean, kind of just goes back to like what Daniela said and what Colin has said and what Bayona has said. Jurassic World 2 is supposedly going to take a lot from, I think, the first movie, and I think from the novel as well, or the novels. It just sounds...
Yeah, I think Colin said a fair bit about he's got some good lines, and he feels like a... What did he say? He feels like a smart dude when he's writing, but he's just taking Michael Crichton lines.
Yeah.
I mean, JP did... That's like... All of JP is like a Michael Crichton line anyway, so it's all good. Do what you gotta do, bro.
No, yeah, I'm saying it's a good thing. There's some seriously cool lines in the books that are still unused. There's some seriously amazing scenes as well. And you know what I find really cool is that Spielberg always said, even I think during JP3's production, there's a scene in The Lost World where the motorbikes are being chased by raptors.
Oh, we got that in JW, bro. We got that.
Yeah, he's always said, ever since Jurassic Park 4's been in production, there's a scene, the raptors on the bikes.
And we got it, man. It's cool, eh?
And to be fair, he did it. I mean, not in the...
He spun it a little bit, but it's still there.
He spun it.
Yeah, I mean...
But he got it in. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, in the Lost World novel, right? Yeah, because it's Sarah and Kelly who are on the bike. And that's a very intense scene. And just, like, the raptors are around and... but yeah, there's a twist on it. I mean, the raptors were obviously on Chris Pratt's side, but we got to see that through that scene kind of through the jungle. And that's, I mean... it would have been cool, though. Sometimes I think, like, if only I could remove Chris Pratt and somebody could Photoshop or somehow just After Effects in Sarah Harding and Kelly on the bike.
Oh, man. That would be cool.
And then just make it look Jurassic World, or like like a fan-made Lost World.
What I find funny was that that piece of land where they filmed that in Hawaii, because they filmed that on a real track in Hawaii, but in the film they added in all this visual effects jungle, all this VFX jungle. Literally, it's a road. It's a dirt road that's flat. It's not a rough road. So you can see when Pratt's driving in the film, it's so smooth. Mm-hmm. But they add in all this foliage and dirt and so as if you were driving through it, it would be bumpy as shit.
You'd fall off your bike right away, like you hit a
But he's
stump.
Driving so smooth.
He's a badass driver, guys. He's ill on that bike.
Dude, he's Star-Lord, man. He can do what the hell he wants.
He's got super shocks. But it was cool to see how the raptors moved. I mean, like moving in and out of the trees and the logs and stuff. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of broken and fallen over trees that he miraculously just was avoiding. So
he was just driving through it,
right? But
he's a Navy SEAL or whatever. He can do whatever he wants. He's a trained killer.
But I think just with like, oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can do anything.
Oh, he can train a raptor, dude. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see his and Bryce's role in the movie, because with the new addition of the cast, even Justice Smith and Ted Levine, and I mean everybody. This is the first time we've had like not only one but like two reoccurring characters, like that were predominantly, other than Malcolm, I suppose, that are going to be throughout this movie back to back. And it's going to be interesting how much of the focus or how much of that falls on Bryce and Chris, especially. And from what we've heard too, like, Bryce is supposed to have a pretty huge character arc throughout the trilogy. Chris Pratt too. I hope he's a little, like, not as wooden in this movie. I hope he's just a little more.
Well, I think they were both far too upbeat in the first one, and I'd love to see their characters brought back to reality with the fact that dinosaurs aren't just these dinosaurs will rip your faces off.
Yeah.
So I want some real reality. I want them to have a huge reality check at the start of this movie.
Oh, dude, to be fair though,
then,
what's the point where Bryce Dallas Howard, like, her character, what's the point of her turn after the Pteranodon attack right on Main Street?
When the Apatosaur dies is when she tears
right,
up.
But after the Pteranodon attack scene at the night, whenever the night hits, after that, her character is legit JP character. Like, it's grounded, it's intense. She's feeling the fear, man. She's trying to get her job done. I think that's the point where Bryce Dallas Howard character actually, became a JP character. So we're riding a high into Jurassic World. It's not like we're going, from up to down. We're going a high into Jurassic World. So we'll see what happens.
I think it's going to make her character look a lot better and make more sense for Jurassic World as we see her develop throughout the series.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I think this is kind of like where she's a little more grounded. She's had some time to develop everything she's seen and experienced. Third character arc, third part of the movie where Claire just basically developed into this badass. That's where I liked her the most as well. And so I think now, however much time away from the movie Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2 is going to be, I actually am hoping and think that I'm actually going to like Claire at least a little bit more in this movie. But again, with the new addition of the cast, it's going to be interesting how she interacts with Malcolm and Daniela and Justice and everybody. So yeah, I'm really excited about the cast.
Here's a question. Who do you think is going to the island?
Everyone except for Ian, Jeff Goldblum, Malcolm.
Everybody but?
That's correct, sir. No Jeff Goldblum.
So you think James Cromwell is going to go to the island?
Shit. Except him too. And what's her face? The old lady girl.
Do you think Lucy's going to go to the island? The little girl?
Yeah, because it's JP, man. The kids always get to the island somehow. I don't understand it, but they do.
Lucy is still such a huge mystery. Like, we really don't know. I mean,
she's probably not big enough to roll.
But it was like the first casting thing that we heard, and so it was kind of it was like hype. Like we found out about it, and there was kind of like a little bit of definition about what this character was supposed to be like.
But to be fair, when Godzilla 2014 was being casted, I think one of the first characters that got casted was a young Ford Brody, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, right? And he's like in the movie for 2 minutes at the very start, so it might be a small role still. So we'll see.
It could be. It could very well be.
I don't think it's a small role when you consider.
But the picture of
casting cool,
the first
and the detail that went behind it,
and the first picture of that Colin tweeted, that's presumably Lucy standing front and center. So it's like this picture, the very first picture for Jurassic World 2 that we are given is this little girl standing looking at a Fakeosaurus and amongst other dinosaurs in this elaborate mansion. And it's kind of telling a story, right? Like, so we know we're at least going to see this, but having this little girl with her back to us being front and center, I mean, that tells me, like, yeah, is she going to be pretty predominant? It would be weird to not have, I know we've all talked about it, but it's going to be weird to not have a kid on the island.
Yeah, I hope there's no kid on the island. She probably will. I don't know if she'll be on the island. It's a hard one because we don't know much about her character.
Do you think people would be upset? Like,
yes, you're bringing a kid to Volcano Island. What are you talking about? No, don't do that.
But I mean, kids have been so important in the other movies. I mean, essentially, and Spielberg has said this about at least Jurassic Park, that essentially these movies are made for kids, but they've got this element of nature and respect and fear for the species that we don't know about really. Yeah. And so having the fifth movie kind of break away from that, if this girl was like back on the mainland, but we saw action on the island, but she was never she never set foot on the island, it would be kind of weird because I think these kids want to relate to these other kids on film.
But that doesn't make sense though, because when we were kids, we all related to Jeff Goldblum and Alan Grant, no problem. Laura Dern too. So it's not like we don't need kids to relate to kids.
I related to Tim.
Really?
And Lex. Well, because I was their age.
What about Star Wars though? I mean, I related to what's his face, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, everyone. Like they're like 100 years older than I was though. So I don't buy this kid related to kids thing. Kids can relate to adults too. Like that's how it should be though. Look up to the adult characters, role models and all that nonsense.
Oh, I mean, there's a good blend of that. But I think that at the heart of these stories, a lot of... Because dinosaurs, essentially, are an aspect of youth. Because it's such a fantastic thing, I think, for kids when they're young to learn about dinosaurs. And I think that's what Spielberg was kind of alluding to when he talked about how these movies kind of have a heart that kind of harkens to children. But you're right. Like, a lot of this is... adult and is made for adult, which is why I love it, and it speaks to me even as an adult. But it would be weird for Jurassic World 2 to like not have that element where a child is in danger on the island.
Maybe she won't be in danger on the island. Maybe she'll be in danger on the mainland.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because there's some stuff going on in the mansion ground because that broken Dodge Caravan.
Shit, spoilers.
What? Hashtag Chris likes spoiling.
Well, I think on that note, it's a good time to wrap it up. I was just looking through the IMDb page. It's the first time I've been on there since Jeff Goldblum was announced. It is weird to see under the cast list Jeff Goldblum playing Ian.
I can't wait to see his 10-second screen time, man. It's gonna be so sick. 10 seconds so cameo, trippy. Bro. It's gonna be sick.
Dude, if he's not in this movie for very long, because
there's no way.
I don't think people will be very happy.
Yeah, what if he has only one cameo? Why announce it? Surprise people.
Yeah, literally, why announce it? But no, he's definitely got more.
Now that's the real bet. We'll see what happens, boys. We'll see what happens.
That's the real bet. So we're gonna bet on minutes, like time.
Yo, 10 seconds versus 2 minutes. Let's see what happens.
There's a good amount of people though when it was announced that do believe and have believed that Jeff Goldblum's role is going to be just a cameo appearance.
I mean,
it's
and most
the cast,
likely.
The cast. He was cast kind of late, and we might see him in Hawaii, but at the same time, he just started filming a few weeks ago, and so
that we know of though. That to be fair, true. We really don't.
It's all marketing, isn't it? He could have been cast since the start. It just only announced now, and you trim up the hype.
He wasn't cast when he was announced for sure. It was.
They had him in mind for sure. Before anybody was cast, but yeah, we don't know how long he's been in there. So that could be the bet of the year.
I think it's safe to say if we spot this beautiful bastard on Hawaii during the same time they're filming, I think it's safe to say he's gonna have a meaty role, a big role, if you will.
Yes.
We shall see. It'll be interesting either way. But so it's Jurassic June to close out. We're going to have a few more podcasts this month. There's a lot more content coming, and there's so many people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook sharing their own content this month. I mean, Nate has done something amazing with Jurassic June because everybody pulls together, everybody creates something, and everybody puts out some Jurassic goodness. Honestly, June is the month to be a Jurassic fan.
It's becoming it's a thing now. Like it's not that Jurassic World or Jurassic June, really kind of blew up a few years ago, but even like the Screen Rant article the other night or the other day, the video article. People talk about Jurassic June like as if it's like another Star Wars Day, and it's really cool that just more and more people are getting involved, and just the hype is there to kind of keep things rolling as we wait for the next cool stuff of Jurassic, whether it's toys or movies to come out. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out. Lots of pods.
Speaking of pods. Stay tuned for our special video game podcast coming up very soon.
Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Always excited for a video game podcast. So, do you know what we should do before that?
Go ahead.
Before we record, we should do a Twitter poll. Favorite Jurassic Park video game?
JP the Game from Ludia. Let's do it, bros.
No. But we should see what people's favorite game is. Is there a limit on Twitter polls? How many answers you can have?
No, it's... Wait, how many options?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, there's only 4 games anyway.
That's
so
difficult.
So
maybe we could just do a poll on the website. We can have unlimited answers.
That.
On the website?
Host.
Or we could just do like the top 4 that... Or maybe like choose the top 4 most successful games. Or maybe what's popular within the community, and then you can maybe leave comments in the bottom, like if none of the 4 are in there, leave a comment for like what's your favorite game, and then other top.
No, I don't know. I think it would be better doing it on the website because you could have every single game listed, and then thousands of people vote in that poll over time. If we set it now,
no, do it on the site. I was saying do it on Twitter as well.
Double
wham!
Oh, guys, as a quick teaser for that episode, though, what is our favorite games? Jack, you start.
Out of all the... It's a tough one. For me, it's an absolute cross between the Lost World PlayStation and Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
All right, Ryan, what about yourself? What's your favorite?
Sorry. And Trespasser. Literally 3 games that I can't... Those 3 games are the best games in the world.
Mine's going to surprise everyone then. Ryan, you go ahead.
Well, I thought you were going to go.
No, I want to hear yours first. Maybe it'll be the same as mine.
Mine is definitely Jurassic Park for Sega Genesis.
Oh, that's a surprise one. Okay. Mine is definitely going to be Jurassic Park 3 Island Attack.
Island Attack?
That's my favorite one of all time, dude. It's so good.
I don't even remember that game.
Island Attack was fun. Yeah, it was fun. I remember all the JP3 games that
all the best games are JP3 era, man.
But there was one company that designed like 3 different ones, right? So there was Dino Defender.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And there was Danger Zone.
Oh, the PC garbage ones. Sure.
This is that above.
Wait, which one did you say?
Island Attack. It's for Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. I never had that one. I had the DNA Factor.
That game was so bad.
DNA Factor and
Park Builder.
I never had Park
Builder. Park Builder was the original Ludia for all you kids who weren't born yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. You know,
Danger Zone,
so when I was in California, I think I sent all of this to you, right? Oh yeah. So at the hotel we were staying at, there was the Lost World arcade game, which is arguably up there with Jurassic Park Sega Genesis game. If we're counting arcade games, the Lost World arcade game is the shit. It's the cat's meow.
Did you have the one where you sit in?
Yeah, it's the 1s and 2s. You got the curtains on. You've got the curtains on the side, and the 2 guns. And so this place only took you got to put in your money, and then it gives you like the golden coins, and then you put the golden coins in.
That's fancy.
So I didn't know how much to do, so I was like, I'm gonna put $5 in. That sounds good. I played for like a good 20 minutes, and I got all the way to the what's it called, the giant crocodile. But has anybody how far has anybody got on that arcade game?
First level. I never beat the first stage ever, so that's me. So no,
it's tough. You gotta just boom, 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 and you can't shoot the humans. You gotta shoot a lot of raptors.
But man, shooting humans in video games is so much better than shooting dinosaurs, right? Steven Spielberg, shout out 1-2-1-2.
What?
Steven Spielberg doesn't like shooting dinosaurs or whatever in video games or something. I don't know.
Did he?
Or something.
Did he say that?
Yeah, didn't he? He's like, don't shoot dinosaurs.
Well, I think it all comes back to Spielberg when it's for the Jurassic games. You've never really been able to shoot dinosaurs, right?
I mean, I guess he doesn't give a shit about the arcade games then, right? Because that's all you do.
No, I mean, in the Sega game, you could shoot. Well, they were tranquilizer darts, and you could shoot bullets, and they would eventually die. You could electrocute them, electrocute the little compies, little bastards.
Guys, dinosaurs have no rights. They were created by man. We designed them. We patented them.
Oh no,
we own them.
We own them.
We own them.
We slapped it on a plastic lunchbox and
you're selling it. You're selling it.
Sell it. We haven't done any quotes.
Oh yeah, I have JP3 quotes for days.
Sarah. Oh wait, that's Lost World. Ben.
We're in the worst place in the world. And we're not even being paid.
Yeah, listen, right. I will pay you the money. It's just some bathroom or whatever, something else. I don't know.
What? You're gonna pay us in a bathroom?
Yeah, he's gonna bribe with like a bathroom renovation or a kitchen renovation.
Oh yeah.
Kirby Paint and Tile Plus in the Westgate.
You don't need tile work done.
If you ever need a kitchen
or a bathroom or whatever,
depending on how big your kitchen is or what you want to do, that could actually be.
Oh, in my house, yeah, that's like 15 kitchens. That's like 35.
Yeah, the problem
bathrooms.
is Alan Grant doesn't care about his kitchen.
No, he doesn't have one. He probably has a trailer.
Who?
Yeah.
Alan Grant.
But I'm trying to think of JP3 quotes. Udesky.
Man, Udesky is the hypest character of all time, though. He's the best supporting character.
Yeah, I love
behind
Udesky,
Roland, I think it's Udesky.
The guy from the Green Mile, for God's sake. The French dude.
I always thought it was funny when Cooper was trying. I can't. When Cooper runs out and he's like, please stop, and he's got like the in his voice.
Yeah.
Please stop. And then what's his name?
I can't stop this plane.
What is he?
Nash.
So Nash is like, oh come on, and he's like, give it to me, and he's like, he's really
what the hell?
Like,
he didn't say that at any point.
I can't stop this plane.
Nash gets intense into it, but it's like, but what I mean, I thought it threw me off a little bit when he's like, because he says, "Give it to me," right? He's like, "Give it to me."
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't think he says
I
that.
think he does.
No, he doesn't.
I think
Wait.
I'm a professional
I'm trying to run the scene through
JP3
in my
addict.
head.
I can professionally say this. He does not say "give it to me" at any point in the movie.
Give it to me.
yes, I think he does. I think
Give it to me, Cooper. Come
No,
on.
that's why I was like, "What did you say, man?"
You're
Like,
wrong, bro.
Hang on.
He slowly accelerates. He's like, "Come on!" He's like, "That's Cooper." And he's like, "Oh, you come on, you know."
Dude, he's saying "get out of the way."
He's like, "Oh, give it to me."
He's saying "get out of the way, bro." What are you on about?
Is that what he says? Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what you should have led with.
He did leave with that. He said, "Get out of the way. You know I can't stop this plane."
Yeah, that's right. It's get out of the way. Hang on.
Guys, I'm a
Okay.
professional. You're questioning my JP3
But
knowledge.
I think he says
I'm
it in a
insulted
very
here.
like. I think he says it in like a very growly way.
Oh yeah, totally. Under his
where
breath.
I-
Yeah.
To where I, for the past 14
Get out the way.
14 years, have been thinking he said, "Give it to me."
That makes no fucking sense, dude.
Really?
That's why I was like, why? What did you do?
That's right. I've got it here. He says, "Give it to..." no. He says,
No, you got him saying it. Jesus.
"Please stop." And then he's like, Get
He
out of
almost
the
said, "Give it to
Okay.
me again." Holy hell.
Give it
Give it
to
to
me.
me.
You know I can't stop
it
this
to me.
plane. That's it. And then, do you know that scene? I still
That's the
love
best
that
scene in any Jurassic
I have
Park
a lot
movie.
of love for JP3.
The music
I
is
do.
so perfect in that scene,
I
guys.
do.
The music is so good.
We're going down.
That's Cooper.
We haven't landed yet.
That's Cooper.
All of a sudden, he gives a shit about the guy who just punched him in the back of the head.
Who hit me?
So how do you know the Kirby's?
Through our church.
Through our church.
See, quotable movie,
Who?
guys. Quotable. You gotta give it some love, you know.
If you see anything,
No, I
yell
thought I'd
up.
keep it to myself.
No, I thought I'd keep it to myself.
Oh,
Good
man.
joke. That's a good bit. I like that bit. It's funny.
Yeah, I always loved the movie. I always loved it. Mr. Kirby, if you look at the left of the plane, you see the alpha male grazing there. And then she just doesn't
No one
give
gives a shit. It's all about that little kid, Ben.
Eric!
The way
Sorry about Ben.
the way William H.
It's
Macy.
not Ben,
It's
Paul.
Eric. He's all out here by himself.
God, the way Tara Leone freaks out, like
What?
and like she just
Wait,
runs
you wouldn't do
away
that?
and
I would
she's
do
all
the exact same
scrambling.
thing she did if there was a skeleton that fell on top of me.
She's like, like she's walking away though. She's like,
Give it to
like
me.
still shivering and like.
Guys, let me pitch you a movie. Can I just pitch a movie real
It was
quick?
good acting.
Let me, Alex. Jack. You like this because you're a movie man. A movie
Hit me.
directed by whoever, script written by Alex Payne, starring William H. Macy, Taylor Leone, Sam Neill. Does that not sound sick?
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah,
wonderful.
it exists. It's called JP3, motherfucker. Alexander Payne wrote that. That's crazy.
Nah,
He wrote some of it. I'd love to speak to him and be like, what did you actually write?
I wrote the
Jurassic?
title,
'Cause, I
my
mean,
friend.
he
He wrote
has
the title.
made... I mean, Sideways, The Descendants.
Yeah, he's too good. Nebraska.
What's the black and white one?
That's
Nebraska.
so good, dude.
What a movie! What a
Yeah, he's
movie!
an Oscar winner. Speaking of Oscar winners, I think it's time to close this bad boy out. I think this is our Oscar-winning podcast, our final one, guys. Thank you for listening to episode 55, number 55.
That's the end of
That's
the
it,
album.
boys.
Bye.
I think we
Cash them checks. It's game over. Ones and twos.
Yeah, what's it? You look good, Paul. I was swimming.
Swimming. You hate to swim. You don't even know how to swim. I learned.
You know how to swim. I learned.
You look good. You too.
yeah, you too. Oh man, rough, smooth.
That girl died, dude.
Right.
Rest in peace, that girl.
I never know what's rock and what's bone. Technically, it's all rock.
See, you guys know this movie just like The Lost World.
No, but the way
Yeah,
William.
but it's not as easy to pull quotes from. I'm like going through scenes in my head.
Dude, there's
trying to
like
remember.
30 lines in Jurassic Park 3. It's not hard to remember.
They're most of them are
Well,
they're all most of them.
Why? It's
are-
natural
actually, some of them are
dialogue.
pretty
It's
we
how
head to
natural
the
people
coast.
talk. I'm sorry, we're not all fictional
No, it's it.
characters here, okay? We're real people.
You see anything? No, not yet.
if you see anything, yell up.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I thought I'd keep it to myself.
You mean
what's-
there's two islands with dinosaurs on?
All right, you stay out of it.
I love this, guys.
What's that one? What's the line where they're like, "Well, so what do we do now? Well, we search for
In the
your
direction
son
that they're going.
In the
in the direction that
Randy
they're
Deskey's
going."
the hero in that movie.
Excellent. And then they just run.
How can you not like this dialogue? It's so natural and funny. I don't understand.
Well, sure you did.
Yeah, but
you wrote all those books, and you were on the island.
That was Isla Nublar.
Isla Nublar.
Site
Isla
B.
Sorna.
Isla Sorna.
Site B.
We can't even end the stupid
Sure you
podcast.
have.
We keep quoting
You
the
wrote
stupid
that
movie.
book.
Well, sure you did. You wrote that book. That's right. William H. Dude, there were times like, so what I was saying on the plane, when he wakes up, and they're flying over the island. God, his acting though, I feel like they did one take because they go, Udesky, Nash, you see anything?
What's wrong with that take? It's a natural.
like-
That's natural, man.
But like the way he acts, and he's like, "We did it, honey. We're here."
Well, they're not even married in the movie, right? They're divorced, so that makes total sense. He's trying to act like
Yeah, but
he's
they're
hot
acting.
for her.
They're acting in
he's-
front of Sam Neill, remember?
So he's acting in front of Sam, is what you're saying.
in front of Alan Grant, actually, not Sam Neill.
Alan Grant, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
They're putting up a
Yeah,
show.
Alan.
remember?
Totally- Alex,
I guess I could buy that, but I just, we did it, honey. We're here.
that's the point, though.
We're home. Yeah, no, it is a bit... I know what you mean. It's a bit weak.
My
but,
God, I forgot.
What's it at the end? He's like, what does he say? I'm not going anywhere.
So you're gonna tell me that scene, that story arc conclusion was not good? Are you kidding me? That scene had so much power and emotion behind it. What are you talking about?
Juanitas!
What's that?
Something must have spooked them.
I love it.
Yeah, it is pretty memorable.
I'm telling you
know
guys,
what,
it's not
Dr.
enough love
Grant,
for the in the community.
I think Billy was right.
Man, some boys want to be astronomers.
You're lucky, Pat. Oh no, that's lost.
Lucky strap, my friend. Lucky strap.
I'm trying to think of more.
Billy?
You're no better than the people that built this place. Billy!
Billy?
No, Billy!
Billy!
Stop!
We should do a mashup of Tom Cruise screaming in the Mummy trailer with "No, Billy!" I bet that could be a cool little mashup. There's a lot of good
You know
ones.
the last thing I told him? I told him he's no better than the people that built this
It wasn't
place.
true.
It's the dinosaur man. Get Mummy.
Take the phone to Mummy!
Mummy.
Take the phone, mommy, now. It's the dinosaur man.
I love
Charlie!
you.
Charlie! It's the dinosaur man!
Okay.
Take the phone to Mummy!
Site B.
The river.
The river!
She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like she knows where Site B is, the exact river. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know exactly what to do.
Oh, you know what that means, guys? Prequel movie starring Laura Dern and Sam Neill. Site B.
Shows that the river their breakup.
Yeah, they had they were gonna get married on the river and everything. A cute ceremony, but dinosaurs attacked. That was it. Broke everything up.
Site B wedding.
Yep.
They set a trap.
They actually set a trap.
Actually set a trap. He's calling for help. That's a good line.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah, that was
Calling
there
for
was some
help is a
tension
good
in that
line.
scene.
What are you on about, dude?
There's some tension.
Dude, that's a JP line.
Everything's a JP line. It's a JP movie.
No, but you know what I mean? It's calling for help. It's like, that's
a
the
B
trailer
movie
line. It's
bullshit
great.
line.
It's like, get out of here, guys.
You know,
It's calling for help.
I will say this: when I saw the first Jurassic Park 3 teaser trailer, I freaked out and was so excited
Ryan, you were
because it was
much
actually.
closer to,
If
like,
you
what,
guys
77
find
by then?
the Jurassic Park teaser, the music and the guy's voice and like the editing, everything, like this is where you play God, and then it shows the raptors running through the field,
Lab.
and like it was just then quick scene after quick scene, and you kind of saw like a glimpse of the Spinosaurus. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, JP3's marketing was hype.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, I was prime audience back then.
Me
I was
too.
young and like I loved JP3. I loved the hype building up to it. It was the first movie that I got to see in
Me
cinemas.
too, dude.
As far as Jurassic
exactly.
movies go. There's some love for it. It's not a great
You're
movie,
fucking
but
wrong, but okay.
it's fun. And it's like so I got it's calling for help. Come on, come on, get out of here! Running through the Udesky.
Udesky.
Running. Oh yeah, the scene where Eric saves Dr. Grant. He's like, "You know my name?
That's T-Rex.
Thanks, Eric."
P. How'd you get it?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. But like the way he says it with chocolate in his mouth, you don't want to know.
Guys, this movie. Listen, I'm listening to you guys talk about this movie. It's so good. It's getting me amped. I want to go downstairs and watch this movie right now, dude.
Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, man.
But why? It's a waste of time.
I don't know. You guys remember a lot of the movie, so I don't know. Maybe you guys
movie.
listen to this movie a little bit more than you guys like to admit. It's a pretty good movie. It's probably top 5 of all
What
time.
if it catches us? What if they catch us without him?
Are you saying?
What if they catch us with him?
That's a good line.
What if they
That's a
catch
good.
us
I admit
without
it. That's a good line. That's pretty sweet.
Either way, you probably won't get off this island alive.
Another Jurassic line. That's a JP line right there.
Yeah. So, what does he say? Something about you wouldn't go to Sorna and... Oh, wait, was that the way that guy, the student says it?
Oh, yeah.
So you're saying you wouldn't want to get on Isla Sorna and study them if you had the chance?
No force on Earth or heaven will
No
get me back
force
on that
on Earth.
island, except for some sweet, sweet
Except
cash
for
money.
money.
Dollar bills.
And a free kitchen.
Reverse Darwinism. Survival.
So you know the girl that asked that question. So you wouldn't want to get on the island and study them?
Yeah.
That girl. I've got a copy of the Jurassic Park 3 DVD where the names of the cast at the top are Sam Neill, the guy who plays Billy. I can never pronounce his name. And
What?
then her. Yeah, yeah, it's some weird knockoff copy.
Throw that shit in the river where it
that I found
belongs,
on
man.
eBay.
William H. Macy is the real star of the movie. We know this.
I know. I don't know where they pulled her name from.
Jesus.
Whoever put the DVD
Pretty-
together.
That's
but
pretty knockoff, eh?
no force.
I don't know.
Then it cuts to Nash. You dare.
It was kind of preachy. It was too much chaos. Everything's chaos.
Everything's chaos.
Seemed like the guy was just kind of high on himself.
Or maybe he was just high. Jeff Goldblum smoked. Well, I mean, Ian
Shout
Malcolm
out-
smokes,
shout
so
out to
that's
Ian
for
Malcolm.
sure.
I think he's perma
saved
stoned,
your
man.
hat.
He's
You know what's-
perma stoned. He can't not smoke.
You know what's cool? Big head, no kettle. Big head, no brain. It's a Randy
Yeah, it is.
Newman, right?
Man, I want to sing along with you. I really do, but I just don't know the song off by heart. I can't sing with you on this one.
All I know is big hat, no cattle. Big head, no brain.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. And then it just fades out, and it just. So we're a lovely couple, and you're about 1,000 feet above it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've literally quoted JP3 for 10 minutes straight now. I think everyone listening to the podcast has turned it off now.
Yeah, they stopped like an hour ago, probably.
If you see anything, yell up.
We keep doing
I
that
keep
one.
it to myself.
I saved your hat.
Give it to me.
Yo, Albert's such a dickhead.
Give it to me.
Give it to me.
You know I can't stop this plane.
Get out of
Such
the
a
way.
racist accent. You can't do that, Ryan. You can't do that.
Why? Robert
that
Downey
shit.
Jr. could do it. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
That's a good. Next,
so
you know what? Since we're ending the outpost now, let's do a Tropic Thunder outpost or outpost thing for Robert Downey
For
Jr.
Jurassic
movie.
June, Tropic Thunder.
Kurt Lazarus.
In Tropic Thunder's
Best.
great. I do think we should probably go
Yeah,
ahead
no
and
kidding,
wrap
eh?
this. Guys, Jurassic June, last ever Jurassic Outpost podcast from tomorrow. The
55.
website will no longer be accessible. Sorry, but that's the way it is, guys. All right?
All right.
So get
Yeah,
over
deal
it.
with it, boy.
Deal with it.
Check us out on Facebook. Check us
just
out
for
on
tonight.
Twitter.
Just for tonight.
Check us out on Instagram. Jurassic Outpost.
For one night only.
By the time this
One more
podcast
night.
comes out, though, we'll have closed. So I guess don't listen
us-
to this podcast. So I don't know.
Tell us what your favorite Jurassic Outpost moment was as we post
Never
memorable
again.
moments
final
throughout the
moments
past
of
3
Jurassic
years.
Outpost.
By the way,
We probably
we're
won't
actually
post
not
anything.
closing. This is all a bit. This is not. We're actually not closing. I want everyone to know that we're doing episode 56 soon. E3 episode.
At the end of the day, you probably won't get off this island alive.
Well, that's the important thing.